we can see Krishna at all times, at all places. Another Prabhupada disciple was explaining, in Italy, you have two famous cities called as Rome and Milan. What are the two places? Rome and Milan. Now, Rome means hair. Milan means meeting. That Prabhupada disciple was saying, when Radha and Krishna meet, when there is Radha Krishna Milan, the Rome on their hair, on their body stand. Rome and Milan. We can see Krishna at all times. There is no problem, absolutely. And Haridasa Thakur was such a personality who could see Krishna at all times, at all places, at all circumstances. And this is primarily what Prabhupada is coming down to give to all of us. We find Srila Prabhupada once was there with Mother Malati, Shamsundar and their daughter Saraswati. Saraswati is almost like the star kid of ISKCON. Everyone knows Saraswati. So Prabhupada, like the mood of a grandfather, was playing with her. And Saraswati would have a small deity of Krishna. Very small. So Prabhupada took the deity of Krishna and hid behind himself. And said, Saraswati, where is Krishna? And Saraswati was very, very small. So she was frantically looking around, not able to find Krishna. And Prabhupada was simply smiling. He didn't say anything. And this went on for some time. Finally, one devotee prompted, he gave a hint. He said, Saraswati, who has Krishna? Saraswati said, Prabhupada. Prabhupada has Krishna. And then Prabhupada smiling, he got the Krishna ahead. And then Srila Prabhupada said, devotee means like this. You're frantically like the Goswamis, you're looking around, crying, Krishna kothai, Krishna kothai, Krishna kothai. From a very small pastime of Saraswati, he gave an instruction. Devotee means always looking around, not wasting time. Time is very precious, dear devotees. The mood of a devotee is avyartha kalatvam, Rupa Goswami says. He doesn't like to waste time. Every moment he utilizes to understand Krishna, to chant Krishna's name, so on and so forth. So we find Haridasa Thakur was like that. All the time, his heart, his mind was absorbed in chanting. And his chanting was not like our chanting. Our chanting, we know how it is. It is very transcendental. Haridasa Thakur's chanting was actually chanting. I was at one place in America itself. And the host started chanting at 11 o'clock at night. So I looked at him and said, Prabhuji, extra rounds? He said, no Prabhuji, first round. So I said, Acha, it must have been a busy day. He said, no Prabhuji, in the Shastras it is explained, chanting should be done at night. So I said, Acha, which Shastra is this? So he said, Prabhuji, you are a preacher, you don't know. Shastra clearly says that chanting should be done at night. So I said, which Shastra is it? Enlighten me also. He said, Prabhuji, anta kalecha mameva. I said, Baba, that is end of human life, not end of day. He said, Prabhuji, Shastra mein Bhagavad Gita says, anta kalecha mameva. I said, that is end of human life, not end of day. My goodness, devotees can use Shastra to back their own logic. And sometimes the things that they say, my goodness, it makes sense. Dear devotees, please don't take inspiration. It was that one devotee. Let it not happen that after I leave Chicago, devotees say, Arjun Sakha Prabhu said in class, chanting should be done at 11 o'clock at night. That is not the purport. And that is not what Prabhupada is teaching. Ideally, chanting is done during Brahma Muhurta. And that is how Thakur Mahashai, Haridasa Thakur would chant. So we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so wonderful and so glorious. He picks personalities who socially don't have a very high position. He picks personalities and gives them a very high position in the Sampradaya. Look at Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami had pus and wound all over his body. Mahaprabhu goes and embraces him and makes him the Acharya for Sambandha Tattva. Brahmananda Rai is a politician. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and embraces him and practically makes him the Acharya for Rasa Tattva. And here is Haridas Thakur, who is not having a very aristocratic birth. Mahaprabhu goes and embraces him and makes him the Acharya for Harinam. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur. So Mahaprabhu is teaching to us and it gives a lot of hope to all of us. We also may not come from very aristocratic background. शायद हम भी बहुत छोटे हैं, लेकिन यदि हम छोटे भी क्यों ना होए, भगवान ये मानो आश्वासन देते हैं. He gives this faith, he gives this conviction that whoever we are, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ready to pick and uplift us. Prabhupada was like that. We see in the 7th canto of the Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj quotes this verse. Manne dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutojas teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga naradhanani bhavanti parasya pumsam bhaktya tutoshna bhagavan gajayutapaya. Canto 7, chapter 9, text 9 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nothing pleases Krishna. Manne dhana, our wealth doesn't please. Abhijana, our so-called fan following doesn't please Krishna. Our strength, our sensory expertise, our beauty, all this put together, collectively or even individually, doesn't please Krishna. What is our fan following in front of Krishna's fan following? What is our fan following in one community? In one community? Well, if it is little more, probably in one country. Okay, if it is little more, probably in the whole of Earth planet. That's the maximum. Krishna's fan following is such, multiple universes know him. Where is our popularity in front of Krishna? Nowhere. So there is no way we can compete with Krishna. And this is why Prabhupada would say humility means understanding our position and understanding Krishna's position and falling at the feet of Krishna, saying, my dear Lord, for lifetimes I have competed with you. This lifetime I am surrendering. हार मान गया मैं भगवान. आपके साथ मुकाबला करते हार मान गया. I have understood I am nowhere in comparison. Prabhupada was like this, ready to accept and embrace everyone. But what matters is how much sincerity we have. If there is sincerity, then our Gurujan is ready to accept us. Prabhupada was there in a train with Yamuna Mataji and they were going from one place to another place. And it was lunchtime. So Prabhupada opened his tiffin box and the rice had become very cold. So Prabhupada told, Yamuna, rice means hot. Rice should be hot. And Yamuna Mataji said yes. Now, generally in Vedic traditions, you don't reheat the rice because it's not considered very healthy. Now Prabhupada said, Yamuna, rice means hot. Yamuna Mataji said, yes, Prabhupada. She goes to the pantry and looks at the pantry guy and says, I want to cook. The pantry guy says, are you okay? Here you get whatever we prepare. You get our Mahaprasad. You don't get a chance to cook. Yamuna Mataji says, no, I want to cook. My Gurudev, my father is hungry. He says, look, this is India. It may happen probably in your America. It doesn't happen here in India. There's no question of cooking. Yamuna Mataji looks at him, gives an ultimatum. Are you allowing me or not? He said, Nahi, I won't allow. Yamuna Mataji said, well, if you're not going to allow me, I will jump out of this train and give up my life and the name will be on you. The person, when he heard this, he said, full pantry is yours, take. Vessels are yours, pantry is also yours, take it. Yamuna Mataji goes to the pantry, cleans the whole pantry, cleans all the vessels, prepares hot rice, hot dal, hot sabji for Prabhupada and gives it to Prabhupada in the train. We have also done train travels. How many times have we had the audacity to go in the pantry and ask them to cook? Never. Look at the Guru-nishtha that the disciples of Prabhupada showed to Prabhupada. And Yamuna Mataji was only 19, 20, in their teens. In their teens. She gives it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada looks at the hot rice, looks at Mother Yamuna, and says, Yamuna, you are my Annapurna. You are my Annapurna. Because in a train, when you can't even hardly expect, Yamuna Mataji was ready to give up her life to serve Gurudev. This is Guru-nishtha. This is sincerity. And this is why Prabhupada loved his disciples so much. Because they could go to any extreme to please Srila Prabhupada. Haridas Thakur was like this. Socially, he may not have been from an aristocratic birth, but he was sincere and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loved him for that. We find one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servant, Govinda, he went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him an instruction. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find that Govinda, he goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives an instruction. Now Govinda is Mahaprabhu's personal servant. Govinda later goes to Haridas Thakur with a plate of prasad. Haridas Thakur looks at the plate of prasad. Now Haridas Thakur is chanting. Haridas Thakur says, my rounds are not still done. If we were in that position, we will remove the mala and keep it to the side. Prabhuji, mala will wait, prasadam will get cold. First priority, prasadam, Prabhuji. In our ISKCON temples, you keep gold in one corner, you will get it back. You keep a plate of prasadam, I guarantee you will not get it back. सोना रखो मंदिर में शायद मिल जाएगा, प्रसादम का प्लेट ऐसी रखो, वापस कभी नहीं मिलेगा. Devotees prioritize prasadam more than gold in ISKCON. And indeed, it is very wonderful. So Haridas Thakur looks at Govinda and says, well, my rounds are not done. And Haridas Thakur, by the way, was not chanting 16 rounds. Haridas Thakur was chanting 3 lakh, 192. Constant chanting, incessant chanting. And now he says, well, my chanting is not done. After chanting, I will have. But Haridas Thakur thinks to himself, prasadam is also Krishna. I have to respect prasadam also. So first, he offers Dandavat Pranam to prasadam. He offers full Dandavat. My dear Prasad, you are Krishna. And please forgive me, I am not able to honor you in the right sense. But I will just take a morsel. He takes a morsel, puts it inside, and then starts chanting. So in that way, prasadam is honored. At the same time, his chanting is not stopped. Look at the taste of Haridas Thakur. Next day morning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to Haridas Thakur because Mahaprabhu gets a report from Govinda of what happened. So Mahaprabhu goes and embraces him. And Mahaprabhu says, Haridas, are you okay? Haridas Thakur says, no, my dear Lord, I am not okay. Mahaprabhu says, what happened? Haridas Thakur doesn't say his green card is not approved. He doesn't say that. He says, my dear Lord, body is okay, mind is not okay. Mahaprabhu says, what do you mean? He says, my dear Lord, mind is not okay because my sankhya, my rounds are not done. The Goswamis would do everything with the sankhya. Sankhya purvaka namagananativi. We find in the Sad Goswami Ashtakam. They do everything with the sankhya. Haridas Thakur says, my dear Lord, my sankhya is not done. Mahaprabhu embraces him and says, you don't have to. You don't have to. You have done all your life. Imagine our Gurudev coming to us and saying, enough chanting. No more chanting for life. We will look at our spiritual master and say, Gurudev, this is the best instruction I have heard from you. No chanting, only prasad. Mahaprabhu tells Haridas Thakur, Haridas, don't chant. Haridas Thakur says, my dear Lord, you give any instruction, I will follow. Don't ask me to stop chanting. What love is this? What love is this? Mahaprabhu starts crying. He says, my dear Lord, I have only one desire. Will you fulfill? Mahaprabhu says, yes, whatever you desire. Haridas Thakur with tears in his eyes, he says, my dear Lord, I can't live the day without you. The day you depart from this world, I know it's coming closer. The day you depart, my dear Lord, I cannot live. You have so many followers. I have only one Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. My dear Lord, please give me this benediction that I can leave before you. Mahaprabhu said, Haridas, what are you asking? You can ask anything. How can I fulfill this? Haridasa Thakur says, my dear Lord, you gave a promise. Mahaprabhu doesn't say anything. The next day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Ramananda Rai, Kashishwar Pandit, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, all these exalted sadhus are sitting and discussing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu looks at Govinda and says, Govinda, where is Haridas? Govinda goes around to find Haridas, and Haridas Thakur is there in the end of the street and offering obeisance. The whole road is dusty and dirty, and Haridas Thakur is offering obeisance. Govinda says, Haridas, what are you doing? Why don't you come inside? Mahaprabhu is calling you. He says, no, go and tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am not worthy to be in that congregation. They are very exalted. Who am I? I am no one in front of them. Go and tell Mahaprabhu I am not qualified. Mahaprabhu gets up from the assembly and goes to Haridas Thakur, picks up Haridas Thakur, embraces Haridas Thakur and says, Haridas, where were you? I was missing you. Haridas Thakur says, my dear Lord, I am untouchable, I am unseeable, and I don't know anything. How can I be with Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai and so many other personalities? And Mahaprabhu is embracing Haridas Thakur. Haridas says, my dear Lord, what are you doing? I am not pure. Mahaprabhu says, no, I am embracing you to get purified. Mahaprabhu is embracing his own devotee to get purified. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavasto gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksha sabbahyat antarashuchi. He is that personality by remembering about whom we become pure internally and externally. And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to become pure himself, is embracing Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is trying to push Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying, my dear Lord, don't do this. Eventually find there arises the day when Haridas Thakur is in his final days. Mahaprabhu comes to him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes to Thakur Mahashaya, and with Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai and all these wonderful, glorious personalities, Mahaprabhu looks at Haridas. Haridas looks at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The eyes are locked. Haridas cannot see anyone. Mahaprabhu cannot see anyone. Haridas Thakur is looking at the moon-like face of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And looking at the face of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur decides to leave this world by calling out, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, with his throat completely choked. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Sachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Looking at the moon-like face of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Shri Krishna Chaitanya on his throat, Haridas Thakur leaves this world. That is the disappearance we celebrated a few days back, the passing of Haridas Thakur. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does something. This is the last 2 minutes, dear devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does something he never did for anyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picks up Haridas Thakur, and with the body of Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu starts dancing. Generally, bodies are not considered very pure because we see after seeing a dead body, we come home and take bath. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, well, all the material logic to one side. This is Thakur Mahashaya's body. He picks up Haridas Thakur and dances with that body. Later, Swarup Damodar Goswami looks at him and says, now this dancing went on for some time. Swarup Damodar Goswami looked at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, my dear Lord, time is running. We have to do last rites. Mahaprabhu was so ecstatic, he forgot about last rites. He is just dancing with the body of Haridas Thakur. Finally, the last rites are done. He is given bath in the ocean, and Mahaprabhu says, anyone who takes bath in this ocean, anyone who hears about this pastime of Haridasa Thakur disappearing from this world will for sure get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Congratulations. We all just heard about the passing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kaviraj Goswami doesn't lie. Shruti, those who hear about the passing of Thakur Mahashai will for sure get Gauranga Mahaprabhu. When Haridasa Thakur left, the devotees loudly started chanting verse. What did they say? Please kindly repeat. Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas Na mera mahima jani Korila Prakash. Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. ए ना मेरा महिमा जानी कोरिला प्रकाश. साधु संग सर्व शास्त्र को है. लवा मात्र साधु संग सर्व सिद्धि होए. Shri Haridasa Thakur ki. All the associates like this who were present there, they said, Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. Why Jaya 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 Haridas? Why glory to him? Na mera mahima jani korila prakash. He understood the glories of Nam and he gave it out to the whole world. Ichha matra kaila nija prana nishkraman. Purvi jena shuniyache bhishmera maran. Just like earlier we have heard about Bhishma Dev's departure, Ichamrityu, Haridasa Thakur also had practically Ichamrityu. He left on his own terms. Finally, Swarup Damodar Goswami says, who is Haridasa Thakur? Haridas achila prithvira shiromani taha vina ratna shunya hoila medhini. Who is Haridasa Thakur? Prithvira shiromani. He is the mukut, he is the shiromani of the whole earth. But now, taha vina ratna shunya hoila medhini. Swarup Damodar Goswami with tears in his eyes, he says, now that jewel has left this world, ab kahan jaye? All this while for association we went to Thakur Mahashai. Now Thakur Mahashai has left. Where will we go? So, with this we end. But before we end, Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. Sabe bole Jaya Haridas. Na mera mahima jani korila prakash. Na mera mahima jani korila prakash. All together. Sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. Sabe bole Jaya. Oh, sabe bole Jaya 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 Haridas. Sabe. Na mera mahima jani korila prakash. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya. Oh Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Srila Gurudev Jaya. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Shri Haridasa Thakur Mahashaya ki, Tiro Bhav Titi of Haridasa Thakur ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudeva ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Shri Kishore Kishori ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Arjun Sakha Prabhu. A big round of applause from him. It was a wonderful class. Thank you so much.